And we're back to learning CSS. Let me show the properties that you can use to style lists. Got a very simple example here. It's an unordered list, so we can use the UL selector. Let me make that a bit bigger, and I've changed the design, the type of these bullet points by using list minus star minus type. By default, these are filled out circles. You can have empty circles by using circle as a value. You can add squares. Lower alpha is the alphabet with lowercase letters, or upper Roman, for example, would be uppercase Roman numbers. This is how you can change the list style type. In principle, you could also use images for list styles. Let me check what I've got here in our folder. For example, our Santa that I've used in an earlier example. Let us just use this as a list style type. It's not going to look good, but it should be enough to show the principle. We use list minus star minus image as a property. As a value, we need the URL. It's in my img folder, so img slash Santa dot. I believe it was a PNG, but let me check. Yeah, it was one. So .png. And if I refresh this now, we can barely see it as it's so far to the left. It's a relatively big image. But if you have a specific design that you want to use as a bullet point, you can use that here. You can add that by using this property. Let me show you. It should be the head. This circle at the right hand side of the head. This is only visible here as it's such a big image. Finally, we've got one more property to add, and this determines the indent here. We can use inside or outside, but let me add a second list. That way we can compare them both. I'll make this an order list and I'll make it a bit bigger. So both are now in the same line, which is called the outside. Well, we could pull that in, a little bit indent it by using list minus star minus position and then set it to inside. This is added to the order list, and you can see the bullet points, they now start where the items start for the unordered list. And outside would pull it a little bit to the left so that the bullet points start where the numbers start. Let me add the inside position to our unordered list above. And now the bullet points, they move a little bit to the right and start where the items for the order list start. So this would be the third property that you can use to style lists. And that's basically all there is. We can use a shorthand way of writing. Let me put that right here. The property is list minus style, and then you add first the style for the bullet points. Let me just use square. Then the position, I use outside. And then you could technically also add an image if you want that. I don't need one, so I leave that open. Let me save and refresh, and here you can see it works. Let me set it to inside. So this shorthand way of writing also works. Quite easy to do. Try it out yourself, and I hope this video was helpful.